Well, live from the THV 11 studio, it's been a gorgeous start to the work week, specifically today on Earth Day on this Tuesday. However, there is a chance for rain in the future. Meteorologist Simone Thomas has today's forecast models. Simone?
Hey, Jurnee. Happy Tuesday. Happy Earth Day as well. If you don't ever listen to me say get outside and enjoy the forecast, I hope you do so today and take advantage of this Earth Day. Temperatures at the lunch hour already in the middle to upper 70s. Some locations to our south already exceeding or getting close to the 80-degree mark. That's where we're looking to peak today in the lower 80s. A few clouds across our south and eastern counties, but mainly sunny here in central Arkansas and in the capital city. Now through the afternoon, more of that sunshine expected with highs climbing to the lower and middle 80s, and then we'll start to see a few more of those clouds rolling in this evening. But here's a look across the state at where we're looking to peak. Again, lower to middle 80s. Going to be a warm one out there, but a beautiful, gorgeous day ahead of what's going to be an active pattern shaping up as early as tomorrow. All of the details are coming up in your 7-day outlook, so make sure you stick around.
All right, Simone, thank you. Well, we have an injury report to you from Sunday severe weather. As heavy rain came down, Trooper Christian Ramirez got into a wreck. Reports say he was headed to assist a separate car accident in Hot Springs. It was a single car crash, and ASP says Ramirez is recovering after surgery. The National Weather Service confirmed that storm system produced 2 EF1 tornadoes, one being in northern Saline County, the other just northwest of Cabot and Lono County. We gave you a live look of the damage yesterday, and since then, people dealing with cleanup have shared how they are overcoming adversity.
I grabbed my shoes, ran, this is my bedroom here, ran through the kitchen, through the living room, down the hall, ran into the little bathroom down here at the end, got the dog in there, closed the door, and then, you know, I hear a big bang, and that was the tree hitting. This has got to be in God's plan in some way.
We'll continue following recovery efforts across the state. Stay up to date on our website. There's a major health alert for the state of Arkansas. The health department confirms a 3rd case of measles. Arkansas is among 24 other states dealing with outbreaks. The health department says there are not any new public exposure sites. However, 2 cases have already been reported just 2 weeks ago. The 3rd, however, has not been identified as an adult or child. The CDC warns there could be more cases than reported. Now, a reminder that it is easy to become exposed to measles. The virus can linger in a room for up to 2 hours. If someone has the virus and you find yourself in the same vicinity, you're likely to be exposed. Those vaccinated against the virus are less likely to contain it. So far, that is the best protection against measles. If you suspect exposure of any sort, you should isolate. When caring for the sick, be mindful and adhere to airborne precautions. Well, new this hour, Benson police will provide public updates on a deadly shooting Friday night. We previously reported a person was killed near Max Minnows and more. Benson police shared they will hold a press conference at 2 o'clock today. It's the first time we'll hear from police on the investigation since the weekend. The THV 11 news team will be there. You can expect new details during our evening coverage. A pastor will spend over 10 decades in prison. James Henry pleaded guilty to charges related to child explicit content. Those include 11 counts of possessing and distributing. The judge ordered he serve 10 years for each individual count. Henry once served as pastor at Crossroads Assembly of God. And we bring you continued coverage in the Conway Park shooting that left several injured. The mourning period continues with a prayer vigil held last night. Hosting the event in Conway was the Faulkner County NAACP. Those grieving were there to express their emotions. So far, no one knew. Details have yet to be released in the investigation, and those dealing with the loss say there's one word to describe what they feel.
Conway failed my baby. Conway failed Tati, and whoever was firing the gunshots failed me. But it started with when they ran the first time, the park should have been shut down.
Several claims were made at the vigil. We contacted police for comment. We have not heard back just yet. New leadership is taking shape within the Pulaski County Special School District. The board unanimously elected Jeff Sin as the next superintendent. He's a familiar face for them. Sin worked as principal for North Pulaski and Maumelle High School. He agreed to a 3-year contract with a salary of over $274,000 a year. Sin will start as superintendent on July 1st. Those near Highway 65B, today is your chance to give input on new developments. The area, commonly known as Dave Ward Drive, will undergo changes. A widening project aims to make improvements between Highway 60 and I-40. That meeting is at the Second Baptist Church, and it happens from 4:30 to 6:30 tonight. And we want to use this time to inform you on an urgent message. RDOT is encouraging safe driving through work zones. As part of the Work Zone Awareness Week campaign, 3 Arkansas workers died in work zones, and that's why RDOT wants you to be considerate of people's lives in caution zones.
Pay attention to what's going on. Slow down. Be conscious of the ones who you see on the other side of the cone or the other side of that barrier, because that is someone's father, mother, son, daughter, or grandparent, or a cousin or a friend who are trying to make a living to support their families.
If there's no way around delays, you're urged to be patient, cautious, and slow down. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is defending his namesake. New reports revealed he shared classified military intel with the media. President Trump, however, has thrown support behind the Pentagon chief. Natalie Brand has those details from Washington, D.C.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth appeared on his former network to once again defend his actions.
I look at war plans every single day. What was shared over Signal, then and now, however you characterize it, was informal, unclassified coordinations for media coordination and other things. That's what I've said from the beginning.
Sources say he shared details about military airstrikes targeting Houthis in a private Signal chat group that included his wife, brother, and personal attorney. It comes amid a shakeup at the Pentagon. Hegseth accuses 3 former aides of leaking information to the media. The fired officials say the attacks against them are baseless, writing they still have not been told what exactly we were investigated for.
Those folks who were leaking, who have been pushed out of the building, are now attempting to leak and sabotage the president's agenda and what we're doing.
President Trump says he's happy with Hegseth.
He's doing a great job. It's just fake news. They just bring up stories. I guess it sounds like disgruntled employees.
But the president is not happy with Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, calling him a, quote, major loser for not lowering interest rates. Stocks fell sharply Monday, losing about 2.5%.
When we look at these 2 events, the president making these comments, saying he could fire the Fed, and then also listening to the Fed chair saying, I'm going to push back against this, we have a real crisis of confidence.
The Dow is on track for its worst April since 1932 during the Great Depression. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
Pope Francis will be laid to rest soon. His death unlocks the protocol to elect his successor. That process, though, isn't one with a straightforward path.
And I do hope you get outside and go enjoy this beautiful weather. An active pattern is setting in for the rest of the week. We'll talk through the timing and details in your 7-day outlook.